I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chopped it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but then take us in. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob a...
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Las Vegas Raiders. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10. And it was the Chiefs who got the road victory there. So now looking to claim the season series at home in KC. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Mahomes. He finds his man complete. That's Logan. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Room to run past midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Get to the ball. Let's keep moving. 5:36. 5:36.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He finds his man complete. That's Logan. Room here to run. Touchdown. TJ Logan. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Carr. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And this will set them up nicely deep down at KC territory. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he's a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me with enough touches, he could easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll run right here with Jacobs. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Carr now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Dorsett making the catch. And out of bounds right around the 20. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 and it brings up 4th. The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Here's Mecole Hardman. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and
taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you, and let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Now, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty costs some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
Nice sharp run there by Kenyon Drake, and he's awfully tough to get on the ground. And how about this Raiders backfield? It's certainly not lacking for punch, having signed Drake this year and already having Josh Jacobs in the backfield. Now, Drake, he's never had a 1,000-yard season, but last year in Arizona was his best yet. 955 yards and 10 rushing touchdowns, plus he can catch it swinging out of the backfield.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, these two teams met in Kansas City earlier this season with the Chiefs winning that ball game. So if they can win again here in KC, they would pull off the season sweep. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Carr. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Carr. The left side, it's Dorsett. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They go with Jacobs. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Jacobs now. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw there complete to Ruggs. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big pickup of 38.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On play action, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Carr to throw. Reception here by Ruggs. And they'll get him down short of 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a dump off here complete. Call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Logan. They find some open field here. He's at the 50. 30. 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. T.J. Logan on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. From the gun, it's Carr. He's to the 10. Again, it's Johnson. And all the way down to the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Carr going to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The kick by Carlson is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And finally, he's out of bounds, but how about that return? All the way inside the 20 and into the red zone. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. On the return comes Drake. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. But they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete to Dorsett. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 60 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. And this goes out wide for Drake. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Well, they sit him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and 9, Carr over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. First down. It's Jacobs. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there, no. It appears they're going to mark him short of the first. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They'll run. It's Drake. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Kenyon Drake, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Carr will look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this third quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing now is Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a 1st down here. Here's Jacobs. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Now Carr. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Running it with Jacobs. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Carr. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Carlson able to put this one through. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Mahomes. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And on Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run on 1st down. Logan. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 214 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. On the carry, it's Logan. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Going to give it to Love. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
An 18-yard attempt.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And they'll be celebrating in the Power and Light District. The Chiefs have won the football game. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Kansas City, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.